Hey, yo, we made it podcast. You know, it's another week when Caesar got a new shirt. That's sweet. What does that say? I'm trying to read it. For the slum. Caesar with another Wu-Tang shirt. This one went to the Wu-Tang outlet.
It's the same shirt as last time.
Really?
No.
Is it reversible?
No. It's the slums of Shaolin, dog. What you
got a reversible shirt?
The slums of Shaolin.
This dude, do you know where Shaolin is? Do you know what they're talking about?
In New York?
Yeah.
Brooklyn?
Staten Island.
Oh.
That's where most
of the people that care about that is people in New York.
Wu-Tang is for the children, dog. It's one of the biggest group. I think it's the biggest group ever in hip hop, really.
What do you mean biggest group ever?
It's the biggest hip hop group ever.
I don't think they're bigger than B2K.
Hip hop, sir.
Whoa. They weren't bigger than YMCMB.
That wasn't a real group, but you did have that sweater too. Don't think I forgot.
I did. This was hard.
You probably still got it. Anyway, episode 267, We Made It podcast. Back in the building. If you're here, go check out Can I Kick It podcast. We did a league on preview of sorts with the homie over there. Can I Kick It podcast? That was a lot of fun. Make sure you check that out. Go subscribe to them. Today, me and Caesar are going to talk about a few different things. We got to talk about the media bullying Ronaldo. We got to talk about the recent PSG drama. Might got to do an update on Benjamin Mendy's rape case or cases, and maybe some
our word.
Yeah. I'll say our word later, and also some rumors. And also, at some point, me and Caesar, I was like, dog, let's wrap the show. You know what I'm saying? Let's do bars through the whole show. But Caesar's scared. He's nervous. He don't really feel like
I'm not nervous. I'm just gonna be bad. It's not about being nervous.
I don't think you'll be bad. I think you know English well enough, even though you're like, I wasn't born here.
I wasn't born here though. Don't forget that.
But anyway, Caesar, dog, what's going on with your boy Ronaldo? He's really getting bullied out here. Caesar, I was looking up articles, and okay, so the BBC got an article. It says Cristiano Ronaldo will soon reveal the truth about his future. In the first paragraph, it says, although the Portuguese wants to leave United, new manager Erik ten Hag said he's not for sale. I'm like, how are you going to come out with a whole rumor in the first paragraph? So, okay, it says, although the Portuguese wants to leave, and it says the wants to leave United is a link to another article. In that article, there's no quotes of him saying he wants to leave, like not one. So I'm like, dude, you're still doing it. Like you're the people he's talking about.
Yeah, it's really strange. There's like some kind of agenda. There's the fake news media. That's tripping, dog. What's wrong with me? Also, why would you get such a big piece? Can you like get a smaller piece?
I cut big pieces.
This man is eating watermelon with a fork and knife, but still cutting big pieces. Anyways, I don't know why you're showing us how we're talking about Ronaldo, but I'm uncomfortable. I'm really uncomfortable with this episode. This is a bait episode, dog. You're trying to get us baited, dude. You should just put this show on TikTok now exclusively instead of YouTube. No, I just think it sucks because there's not like any like real evidence for it. It's not like there's like, and like there's like two instances where like all they do is screen grab him like upset, and they're using that as like motivation. I knew it was gonna start getting fugazi when they dropped that thing about him leaving early. And remember, they were using that like, oh, he left early during preseason, that's unacceptable. But it was really funny because it's very tiny put that like the whole team had dipped. Like,
other players
it
did
wasn't
it
like
too.
Basically the whole locker room had dipped early. That the first half players had already left. So they were putting Ronaldo left. And then they like after like a couple paragraphs, they would put that Ronaldo and other teammates. I'm like, how come you're not name dropping? Was it Captain Harry Maguire? Did he leave early? Can we get some names? Because there's people you guys care about on there. How about you name one English guy? I would love to hear an English guy. So it's all reported extremely biased versus Ronaldo. We're calling it bullying because bullying is the act of imposing action on people and them not able to do any retribution. They're just at the mercy of it, right? You're at the mercy of this. And that's what it is because he doesn't control news outlets. And Bam is still eating watermelon and because he's supporting fake news media. No, I'm playing. No, it's honestly really frustrating. If you want to dissect and say that Man U has off season's been poor and Ronaldo has not been contributing to it being any better, whatever, dude. I don't care. That's fine. You can do your couch quarterback or couch coach move. But when you're starting to like create these things saying, oh, he was offered to Atletico and then this and nobody wants him and his wages too high, but then he's being offered here, but then Ten Hag says he's not offered. I'm like, you're starting to backtrack on your own rumors and there's no accountability, so you can just make up whatever.
Exactly. I guess Gary Neville said on social media, why does the greatest player of all time have to wait 2 weeks to tell Manchester United fans the truth? Stand up now and speak. The club is in crisis and it needs leaders to lead. He's the only one who can grab the situation by the scruff of the neck. Gary Neville, the reason why he's got to wait is because it doesn't matter. If he comes out and says anything, the media is just going to say, they're just going to twist it no matter what. So I think what Ronaldo's doing is a smart thing, is wait till the transfer window is closed and then say, I was never going to leave. Like, y'all were saying I wanted to leave. I never said that. Y'all were saying, calling me the incredible sulk or whatever. And honestly, like you said, they'll just put any like clip of him like being disappointed on the pitch, which like players do that the entire match, and say like, oh, look how angry he is. It's like, okay, yeah, dude, because they suck.
Yeah. But and he wants to win. I hope he's angry. Well, want to be happy down 4-0.
Yeah.
I hope he's pissed because I'm pissed. Everybody's pissed. I'm not even a Man U fan.
Honestly, the thing I hate about it the most is that like when Zlatan went to Milan, they're not looking at Zlatan as the reason why Milan is supposed to win. Why? Because he's 37, 38, 39 years old or whatever. Ronaldo's 37 years old. I'm like, no matter how good I think he is, if you're supposed to be
40, by the way.
Yeah, Zlatan. Like if you're supposed to be some big club and you got like these big players like Rashford and Sancho, the future of England or whatever, you should be talking about how come they're not taking like making this team win. Rashford's supposed to be some superstar for England. Sancho's supposed to be some superstar for England. $100 million dude. How come he doesn't have any responsibility or any pressure to make this team win? Just because Ronaldo's there? Ronaldo is 37 years old. Look at Messi. Caesar, you know, at no point last season, Messi did not have a good season, like especially when it came to numbers.
At all.
At no point in the season were they blaming Messi for PSG losing to Real Madrid or not playing well. They didn't blame Messi one time. They were blaming Neymar and Pochettino or whoever they can do to just let Messi not take any blame. But when it comes to Ronaldo, for whatever reason, you know, maybe his skin is too dark. You know, maybe it's because he's from Portugal and it's like a small country and like, you know, their media is not big enough to really support him. Maybe it's because, you know, I think there's another part of it too, is like, and we talked about this in the past when we had the episode Ronaldo, the American athlete. There's this like, especially when it comes to English media, there's like this like everyman type of soccer player dude that they like. Somebody who's not like overly athletic or like overly muscular. He's like naturally short or shorter. Not like somebody who's like a workout warrior like that, but he's still good. Someone like Messi or like Maradona or like probably Gary Neville or like Ryan Shearer or even Wayne Rooney is a good example of that. Like he could be a regular guy, you
Yeah.
know, but he happens to be a really good football player. Ronaldo doesn't fit that mold because he is like an extreme, like a supreme athlete, and he's a workout warrior. And I think that makes them mad a little bit. Like they can't really relate to that. And when we talked about that old episode, it's like we grew up watching basketball and football, American football. That's what you're watching, is like the pinnacle athlete on TV. You can't relate to that. Like, no, like I can never be Chad Johnson or whoever, or like Lamar Odom. You know, I remember when you said, like, when you found out you was going to be like 6'4" only, and you're like, damn, I'm trying to be 6'10" like Lamar Odom. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, because it's like, first of all, like you can, what, like you said, we will never. Whenever I see videos of even like Ronaldo talking to somebody and it feels weird, I'm like, I'm understanding that this is a megastar. Like he's not going to have normal interactions. Like the interaction would have the first time with Ronaldo is his 15 billionth interaction with the person that has tried to come at him and be like, oh, I relate to you, blah, 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 like all this, any of that. Like he lives a different life and he's a freak athlete. They're talking about when he used to hang out, like, I have lunch. He's like making people work out. Like you have to have like a broken brain to be that good. Like you don't get to, you have to live to different means. They talk about Lakers. Remember, talk about he was never really friends with Derek Fisher. They were playing together for 10 years. He's like, I don't care. I just come to play this game. I spend all day. I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. Like that's what it took to get to this level though. Like it is what it is. And the thing we tells the son, like, oh, you want a birthday cake for your birthday? That tells me you don't really want to be the best. Like it's, I know it's depressing, but it's like literally this is not a regular mindset. But that has nothing to do with the current situation of him in the transfer window. When they're talking about, oh, well, you know, why did Gary Neville, a bum ass, talk about, oh, why don't you say something? And then why don't you say something? First of all, do you not know how the media works?
Yeah, he does. He's in it.
They can be swayed against you. You should know because you're in the media now, because you lost all your coaching jobs because you were garbage. That's why. No, don't forget, I forgot about the Sevilla run. It didn't work out, buddy.
Wait, it was a Valencia, right?
Whatever. In Spain, it didn't work, amigo. So if he was to say, oh, it's really, if he does an interview, like a sit down with Piers Morgan, right? He sits down with goofy Piers Morgan. You know they're going to say? It's crazy that in the last 2 weeks of the window, Ronaldo's making this about himself. He's putting his own interest in his trying to force his move at a crucial time when the Cubs in shambles. Dead ass, that's the headline. Dead ass, that's what they would do. So Ronaldo writing on damn random fan pages saying, in 2 weeks, I'll do a sit-down interview, is to me extremely professional. So, and hey, anything I can and say will be used against me. So why not make a scene about this? Let my very expensive agent, George Mendes, do his damn job and keep working in the background. And when I get to a new seat in a new city or whatever the hell, or if I'm still here and we're just waiting for this to wait out, whatever the hell I want to do, let's do that, because I'd rather focus on winning, focus on playing my game, working out, training. Because while y'all writing headlines, he's literally probably working out right now. Like there's a bigger focus ahead. So I think it's really annoying, this whole attitude. It's a lose-lose mentality unless they win. Like if he's winning, his only option to like get fair treatment is they win every game and he scores 2 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
And even if they lost and he scored, they'd be like, oh, well, because the offense is predicated around him, they're losing. It's not the proper way of winning. It's always something, dog. It's a loss.
If they win and he scores 2 goals, they'll say, oh, he's stifling Marcus Rashford. Like,
yeah. Well, but how great is this for a 37-year-old to be scoring at the behest of a 24-year-old not getting shine? Like,
exactly. It'll be anything. And honestly, it's just not fair. And honestly, like, I like Ronaldo, but it's not like I care that much, but I just feel like this isn't fair. And if it was another player, like I would say the same thing, you know, like sometimes it's unfair.
You literally said yourself, what was the worst transfer that you gave an award for? You gave an award for worst
Ronaldo to Juve.
Ronaldo. You said that was a bad transfer.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're sitting here in a position of like, no matter what Ronaldo goes,
you were mad.
It's incumbent of bringing success. I was mad. I think it's a stupid ass thing, but whatever. Like it's incumbent on success. That's not the case at all. It wasn't even the case remotely. It's about this club decided to get Ronaldo on their team, right? To me, I don't know what is your real intention. Like, are you really trying to win it all? Because it's not like they had this team built around. They're like, oh, Ronaldo's an integral piece. They put Ronaldo on the team and they had to figure out where to put him. Oh my God. So I don't really know what Man U wants to do moving forward. They're also not making statements defending their player in the media. So maybe we should talk about that too, which they don't do. So I don't know, man. I think it's bullying. I think it's being handled incorrectly. And there's not any, as they would say, empirical evidence showing that Ronaldo is the benefactor and why they're losing every game. To me, I'm looking at that garbage midfield where you have a 5'9" midfielder, a 5'8" midfielder, and you have a 5'8" center back. So you're playing Brighton, who has like 3 guys that are 6'3". What are we doing here, dog?
Yeah, this isn't I mean, honestly, yeah, like it's just not fair. And yeah, hopefully it changes. And I think he's going to stay there. And like Manchester United is not going to be good. And it is what it is.
Man,
like,
what did you say the worst thing about Netherlands is? They don't play defense, right? They don't have good defense.
in the league, yeah.
They listened to Baldy and they signed a damn Argentinian tiny center back from Netherlands. Of course, he's going to get it cracking in the Netherlands. It's different in the Premier League.
Well, actually, it's not. I didn't say that. What's his name said that? Who's the dude?
Kluivert.
No, not Kluivert. Was it Kluivert? Maybe it was Kluivert or the other guy. I forgot it. Ruud Gullit. Maybe one of them.
Oh, Thomas Rongnen?
No, it was either Ruud Gullit or Kluivert, but I can't remember. But one of them was saying that the defense is terrible in the Netherlands. That's why it's easy to score goals. But anyway, speaking of more drama, Caesar, oh my goodness. This past weekend, we saw PSG win 5-2 against Montpellier, who also has the homie Valère Saint-Germain, aka Jermaine Dupri. PSG had some drama. Kylian Mbappe, he cut his hair. Kylian Mbappe goes to take a penalty, and unlike everything you'll read in the media, he did not miss it. The penalty was saved by Montpellier's goalie. So PSG win another penalty, and Caesar's cousin, Neymar, goes up to take the penalty. He's like, look, I'm going to take this penalty. And Mbappe's like, hey, man, I'm the number one penalty. They told me I take penalties. And Neymar's like, boy, get out of here, dude. I got this.
You don't know what I've been through.
Neymar steps up and he scores a penalty. Later on in the match, there's a counterattack. Vitinha has the ball. Messi's to the right, and Mbappe's to the left. And yes, Mbappe is definitely wide open.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He was. The man was open.
He's running in the clear.
Vitinha's doing this.
Yeah,
with the ball. My man Mbappe was open.
Yeah.
Let the record show the man was open.
Yes, for sure.
That's all he's getting out of this, but he was open.
He should have received the ball for sure. I don't know if he was yelling, because sometimes you got to yell, but at least and I kind of feel like he wasn't, because he's like being like an asshole, kind of like, oh, you should have. Somebody's like, dog, you got to scream, dog. Like,
I mean, you do got to look up that way though.
No, and Caesar, like sometimes you get the ball and like,
yeah,
you're focused.
I mean, it only tells me what I already would expect out of you getting a guy like Vitinha. That's all I'm saying. Like, well, I think if it's anybody else, I'm sure they're like, they've been playing together so long, it's different. This is a new guy too. Like, this is like his third game in a PSG shirt.
I don't want to do that because honestly, you see that happen all the time. Like sometimes
sometimes you just be I get it.
Sometimes a player just doesn't see.
It happens to me, happens to you.
It happens like you see that happen all the time. A player misses somebody. I've seen Mbappe do that many times, to the point where I was like curious about it. Like, what is he doing? But anyway, so Vitinha does not see Mbappe. He passed the ball to Messi. Mbappe throws his hands up and starts like walking off the field during the play, while the play is still going. When literally, actually, if he keeps running, Messi might get him that rock, actually. They end up winning the game. Mbappe ends up scoring a goal. He doesn't celebrate. He just looks upset after he scores. They're trying to like say like, oh, he wasn't really looking happy before the match. There were some personal issues before the match. I don't really know about that. It just seems like they're trying to clean it up. But then you got after that some I think it's a Brazilian outlet talking about why would you let Mbappe take penalties? Neymar is such an amazing penalty taker. And Neymar liked the tweets, stirring the pot, whipping the bowl. And now we are where we are today. Hella drama at PSG. What's going on, C's?
Well, I was talking to my cousin on WhatsApp. He recently got unbanned for his wild actions on there. My boy, this is the thing. If we're talking about penalty takers on this show, even in previous drama, we've been around the block on some PSG penalty drama. There was the Neymar v Cavani situation, and it's a little weird. I will say this for Neymar, just to play, which I rarely do on a show, to be on Ronaldo's side.
Ronaldo.
To be on Neymar's side in his 4 years at PSG now? 5 years? He's only missed 3 PKs. He's only missed 3 the whole time. 27.
I feel like 2 of those were last season.
And I don't even remember if they were misses or saves, which is even bigger. They could have been on frame. I don't really remember Neymar skying. He likes to do that slow gather,
I think
which isn't a big power move. He likes to finesse the penalty in there. So I'm sure it got saved on some thug goal, and it was probably in a very important situation like a playoff. Anyway, so I'll give him that. Now, there's all the rumors going on about Neymar being upset that now there's new power going on. Off season, we saw we're basically Gylfi, what's his name? Was saying that Mbappe is part of the project, and then being like, "Oh, what about Neymar? He's on the team."
I forgot. Yeah, he said.
Remember, he said like
it was
he
something
didn't say
shady.
he wasn't part of the project, but he's like Neymar's a part of the team. It's like
Something like that. Yeah,
but it's like you can also say he's in the project too if he's not. I mean, you know what it is. And then Neymar was like, "I don't know. They just told me I'm here still, so I'm gonna keep playing." I'm like, okay,
Neymar said I have a contract and I'm staying.
Exactly. And then also, yeah, apparently, according to all Brazilian media, Neymar was in his grind set all summer. That's what he was doing. He was on his grind set. They were showing him having WhatsApp convos with girls, and the girls would be like, "You want to hang out?" And he's like, "I can't. I got a job to do." I was like, "Oh, yo, my dog's shutting it down. Okay, sure, whatever." That's the Brazilian media saying. Bolsonaro doing his last hooking up Neymar for the very end, just hooking up my dog before Lula come in. I think the situation with Mbappe is, we said this, he was open, yes. Should he got the ball there? Yes. Did he handle it atrociously? Absolutely. If he does that at 17 at Monaco, I'm like, come on, like, you're a kid, you gotta get that out of your system. Like, whoever's the coach, whoever's his mentor, I don't know if it's Ramadel Falcao, you gotta get that out of his system, dog. Like, make him not tell him that if you gotta haze him, whatever, make sure he thinks about never doing that again in his career. Like, that's a serious stern talking to at 17. Granted, I feel like these players don't get that anymore, especially when they're a teenager. They kind of like, they get the royalty treatment, so you get away with a lot. And now he got the ultimate getaway where he gets to do whatever he's won. He's like the kingpin contract. When there's a lot bigger stars and vets still on the team, like, technically Neymar's still a bigger star. Like, Neymar has a whole continent that
by far.
Like and Messi, they're way bigger stars. Like, it'd be a better argument between Messi and Neymar in popularity than it would be in Mbappe with any of the latter. So he's still not accepting that he's not the biggest person. He handled it horribly. I replayed it 5 times because I thought it was an offsides call and he was mad at the ref. I'm like, did the ref do some dumbass call and he's pissed because he's making a good run? Because I'd be pissed too. If I'm gearing up to do this run and he makes some dumb call, I'm like, come on now. But I'm like watching the play continue. I'm like, yo, this is still going on. He's like, he pulled some like weird wide receiver thing that if it was NFL, dead ass, he's cut. Like, dead ass, it's like, he's probably cut. Well, like, it was some diva play, and it makes me honestly a little sad. Like, I don't want to see that because I like Mbappe a lot as a player. He's a worldly talent, and that is the last thing he needed to be doing. Like, that was not what he needed to be doing at all.
No, and honestly, it's I mean, that comparison, like if in football, it's different because if the quarterback throws it over there, like you're out of the play now, like it's
No,
over.
the play always resets, but soccer is alive
Yeah,
and
you you
continuous.
you you still have a chance,
Mhm.
This is what I think, and this is speculation,
Mm.
but what I think is
Thanks for prefacing it as speculation.
yes, PSG, they be thugging as an organization. They let Rabiot sit on that bench for an entire season because he wasn't gonna resign that contract.
Yeah.
And this is what I think. Like PSG is vindictive, and hopefully Caesar is listening to me.
I'm listening to you.
Don't ever in your life. Literally, I'll be listening to you talk. You'd be like, I'm good. Caesar, I mean, PSG. I think they were mad that Mbappe wanted to leave to Real Madrid last year, and they were mad that he came out publicly and said that he wanted to leave and he's felt threatened and everything. They bullied him into signing that new contract. And now they're like, and then they coddled him like, yeah, we're gonna give you all this money. Yeah, you're gonna be the boss.
They got the president jumping in.
Yeah.
They got the president talking about it. Oh, he's the face of French football in France. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
They're telling him all this stuff before the season, like, yeah, it's gonna be all you. Oh my God, yeah. And then the season rolled around, and they probably told Neymar behind the scenes, look, you're still the best player on the team. They told Messi, look, dude, we're gonna do this because of you.
Yeah.
And Mbappe thought he was in charge. And all them rumors about Neymar leaving, they probably leaked that list. Remember that list that came out, all the players that supposedly Mbappe wanted to leave? It was probably real. And he probably sent it to them, and they probably sent it right to the media. And he was like,
that is very random to make up.
and he was probably like, oh my God, like they were like, I don't know how that got out. They're like, we don't know. But
Sometimes corporations will leak things to impose power.
yeah, because all it does is make Mbappe look bad.
It doesn't make PSG look bad. It's like, look at this little diva we're taking care of.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So PSG probably promised him all this stuff, but at the end of the day, they're like, yeah, no, like, Gaultier probably said, Neymar, you take it. Like,
Gaultier is like getting his first experience running a club with megastars. It's always cute when a manager has phenomenal ability to rally young or mid-level talent or not as popular players. That's dope. That's an extremely good talent to have. But asking you the previous PSG bosses what the hardest part of the job was, they're probably not even talking about just getting on the field. It's about like managing the talent, like making everybody happy. A coach's job is also to keep morale high and chemistry high. And on a team like PSG, that's very hard.
yeah,
Real
for sure.
Madrid, you have built-in cohesion. So no matter who you're subbing in, the unit has been at least 10 deep for the last 10 years. Like, we're barely seeing people leave now last season. And then you look in the field, it's the same damn lineup as last year that started.
Well, Caesar, any team has built-in cohesion, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like most,
like some teams are like, but PSG, it's like that's a tough one to like. Yeah, you're right. It's not just about the cohesion; it's about how the behavior is, though. How does a team behave through these situations? Like, even if they may all get along, but do they have like all a winning mentality? Like, what is the culture of the locker room?
exactly.
A culture is even because they could all be buddies. I've seen Brody spend summers with and with all the guys. They all have pictures together, Paredes, whatever. But what's the culture in there like? Is it like grind set, or is it like, we're just buddies, like we're just out here vibing, let's go play? Like what is really going on here?
And also, it's hard to know if these reports are real, but they're saying like Mbappe was like a little bit mad because like the power that Neymar had, like he can kind of do what he wants and stuff like that. And I can imagine that would be annoying, or like seeing somebody being lazy and training and stuff like that and nobody says anything. Whoa. But but yeah, like we'll see what happens. I would imagine like they got to go into they got to fix things in the media, and for sure I would imagine next match like they'll be all hugging each other and stuff. But we will see, and yeah, we'll see, because I've seen Mbappe be a ball hog before. I haven't really seen that from Neymar as much at PSG. I've seen him more like hold the ball, but not ball hog. But I've seen Mbappe ball hog before and take like ridiculous shots when he's mad, just like from hella far out.
Me too.
I've seen him be petulant in a way that I've never seen Neymar actually be petulant.
Yeah.
I've seen Neymar be petulant kind of to the opposition, but I've seen Mbappe like get mad at the team and like do stuff that sabotages his own team.
When I've seen Neymar frustrated, the only thing that happens that I think he starts to like play in like a tunnel vision.
He does.
Like Mbappe, it seems more of a reactor and like a frustrator. Like he's very expressive on the field on like and honestly, you can be expressive. Like Ronaldo's extremely expressive, right? Like he's very expressive, but he's still driven to finish off the play. Like it's maybe after the play's over, the ball's out of bounds. It's not like while he has the ball in the position going on. Mbappe's handling it at the wrong times. Like if the ball gets kicked back over there, I don't care how much pouting you do, as long as you're walking back to the onsides and setting up again. I don't really care what a player's doing when the ball's over there, whatever. But if you're on a live play and it's in action on your possession, that's a problem for you to react like that. That's a real problem.
He literally stopped, did his hand like this, and started walking.
And you know what's funny? He literally noticed that he was doing some dumbass stuff right there, because you saw him like kind of turn back and realize that it's still running around. Like when soccer is funny, like when you like, even I've like been annoyed about something, you have that little space and then you're like, oh my God, like it's still here. And you got to like get back in there. Like, oh my God. So he's doing that in the live play, not even in the penalty box. Like, doggy, you're still like far away. And he's like noticing Vitinha still has the ball and it's still going on. Because if you could have ran, he could have still been in the play for the opportunity. So yeah, he realized it and had no retribution, like had no regret for it, but still realizing it was like, oh, this is bad.
And it also shows like there's just no leaders on PSG.
No.
Where's Marquinhos to come scream on him? Like,
where's Neymar? There's no like Thiago Silva. There's none of that.
Where is anybody to come scream on him? Like, come on.
Allegedly, the reports are that like it was they hashed it out, the beef. I know the reports are saying that Sergio Ramos had took him to the side talk. That's what they're saying. That's what it is. I know Sergio Ramos is the dude to do that. He's done that around. He's has talked to play whatever. But I don't know if he has that impulse. I saw that video of him bumping Messi at practice, and Messi was not feeling it. I was like, I don't know, dog.
Caesar, the thing is, like, on a play like that, you're gonna run up to your teammate during the play. Like, you're gonna be like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Or on that water break, whatever it takes.
No, dude, you're gonna do it right then. Like, if I'm, behind that play and I see him do that, I'm gonna run right up to him.
You know who would do that? Rudiger would. Rudiger would go crazy. Dog.
Like, I'm gonna run up and grab him. And
Alaba would. All the guys would. Remember remember that play where Rodrigo like hella bumped the Liverpool dude or whatever, and like Alaba literally grabbed him by his like shirt and then threw him over there, like and just like threw him, not just like threw him out of the area. Like now you're here and I remove you from the situation physically. Like you get your head back in and let's go play this. Enough of this. Like
exactly. I would love to go off on this some more, but we got to do an update on your boy Benjamin Mendy. He is getting like more and more charges by the day. His trial is ongoing right now. They're saying he R-worded somebody in the shower. He had like, it seemed like
all of that is absolutely horrendous and disgusting.
It seemed like he had like some like kind of dungeon situation in his apartment.
Oh my God.
I mean, this latest article is pretty graphic, to be honest with you. But it seems like he's going to be found guilty. I don't know like what's going to happen when he's found guilty, but it seems like a really just like a serial rapist situation. Kind of similar to Darren Sharper. Like
I was thinking it's like almost that bad. Is it similar to the Darren Sharper situation?
I mean, a little bit different. I think Darren Sharper was like was drugging people and stuff, but yeah, it seems like he has a lot of things to answer to. Him and some other guy, I guess a friend of his, that's also being tried in this situation. Yeah, and I read that article. It's gross. I'm not going to talk about it on the show because it's kind of wild. But yeah, Benjamin Mendy, it looks like he's going to be going to jail. It doesn't look like he's going to be found innocent by any means. I don't know what's going on with whoever it was at Everton who was allegedly touching on children. We haven't gotten no update on that. They were saying it was Gylfi Siggurdson, who has not popped up anywhere since then.
I saw his shirt though for sale online. I was like, damn.
You would.
I would never buy an Iceland shirt in my damn life.
But it's just interesting. It's like, okay, are we just not going to talk about this? Because it wasn't like he was like 35 years old. Like he just disappeared. And what's going on with the situation?
He got to vanish a little bit of it. That's not really right.
He got the what?
He got to vanish a little bit off it. That's not really right. He should be held accountable in public.
He's only 32. Let's see. I mean, the Iceland paper said that he was arrested for alleged child sex offenses. But
does Iceland have like not as an egregious punitive action for people to go to prison as well?
Well, he got arrested in England. Like he was
because I remember there was like a gamer that got arrested for something like that in in Europe, and he only got 14 years, but he like damn near like murdered him. But that's because I guess they're not as like aggressive on prison charges.
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I wonder what like Iceland is like in terms of like charging people.
He was arrested by the Manchester police, and yeah, he's just kind of sitting there. And not that I'm trying to give Benjamin Mendy a pass, but it's just like we're getting a lot of updates on this case, and I'm like, damn, whatever happened to Gylfi Siggurdson, dude?
That's a fair question.
Yeah. What do we got? Like 2 minutes here? Is there some rumors? Oh, I guess Tilo Kehrer finally went to West Ham. I think it was like 10 million.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad pickup.
One of the worst defenders I've ever seen. One of the most mistake-prone defenders ever.
And they were talking about a young phenom.
I remember when this fool was on an interview saying like, yeah, I'm not sure like if I'm right-footed or left-footed really. You know, I'm good with each one. And then he tried to pass that ball back to Gigi Buffon against Manchester United with his left foot, and that shit got intercepted by Lukaku.
You're right-footed.
You're right-footed, homie.
We found out. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Thanks for the update. Good thing we found out an important game.
Right. They're trying to say that Pulisic might go to either Man U or Newcastle.
On loan.
They're saying Man U on loan maybe, but Newcastle will be a real transfer potentially.
I hope he goes to Newcastle.
Okay.
The Captain America, aka Trumpster, hope he goes to Newcastle.
Seriously, the election.
Newcastle, they don't let you mess around out there, dog.
Election denier.
As long as he's away from Leeds, I'm down.
To be honest with you, I feel like he's a good player. I don't really know why he's not doing better really at Chelsea.
He has a lot of talent, but he's not a real finisher.
There
He's a lot of talent. Like he can get it cracking, but he doesn't have the turn and just like crank it in there.
Yeah. They were talking about Ndombele, who is literally only 23. Crazy.
Yeah, what is he doing right now?
They were saying that he was going to go to Napoli, but this is saying that he's not. So
yeah, he's like, I'm not trying to go to a place that hates Africans.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Go back to Lyon, dog. Damn.
Well, he was there last season.
Yeah, Champions League run. Let's get some Champions League cracking.
Nah, he was there last season on loan. He didn't play no Champions League, but what's the name? And they're talking about Casemiro to Man U a little bit too.
Yeah, well, good luck.
I'm down for that actually.
He would get it cracking over there too.
No, I'm okay. I'd be done because it's like
I'll miss him though. That's my baby, but all right.
He's 30. Like go there, make some money.
My dog, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we made a podcast episode 267.
Freestyle, go.
I forgot.
Freestyle, go.
I forgot. It's gonna so you're saying that because you know it's gonna
freestyle.
Cut off.
Start it off, dog. Let's go. Ready?
Go. It's gonna cut off. That's why. I forgot actually. Damn. So you got me turned up off PSG and Ronaldo. You got me turned up.
Yep, that's the show.
You got that shirt that say Wu-Tang.
From the slums of Shaolin. That's Lakewood, California.
You got to rhyme it, dude. What are you doing?
Oh, I got a shirt that says Shaolin.